All right, I'm back. Guess I'll do back-to-back videos. Already finished my movie review. Now, this one's going to be Sex Talk 101, Episode 12, Younger Women versus Older Women. I have to make the video. It has to be made. It has to be done. Someone's got to talk about it. All right. Now, Ringo TV Raw already made his own version of it. The reason why I'm making my version is because I don't want not you guys, not my fans, not the ones that subscribe and watch my videos, but people who watch the videos but don't subscribe. You get maybe 2 or 3, maybe sometimes 4 idiots that might say, well, you ain't never made this into a video. So I thought I would make the video before someone say, hey, how come you didn't make that into a video? So I'm making the video before someone says make it into a video. That way I can be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game. Now, this is a video that is for men, but it's for women. The reason why I call it Sex Talk 101, Episode 12, Younger Women versus Older Women is because I'm going to be talking to the younger millennial women. But men, you're going to be tied into the video. So it doesn't matter if you're a black man, a white man, Latino, Asian, Russian, German. You men watch the video because somewhere in this video, you're going to tie into the video. I'm about to give you some more information on how men get sabotaged when it comes to you trying to date attractive women from the age of 18 to 29 years old. So that's why I want you men to watch the video. This is to also help women out, millennial women. Now, I always talk about how men get sabotaged, but we never talk about what happens if women get sabotaged. Now, I'm talking to you millennial women that are from the age of 18 to 29 years old. Now, a lot of times, older women that's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and sometimes 60s, they're very cold and calculating. You see, older women think that because they've dated so many alpha male men, that they can still date alpha male men when they get past their prime. Their sexual V market, their looks, their beauty. Well, when they see younger women come on the rise, they look at younger women from the age of 18 to 29 years old. They look at them as a competitive threat, like someone that's coming to take their spot. I'm going to use sports for an example. A lot of pro athletes, once they get 10 years or 15 years in playing professional basketball or football or baseball, they start to cringe when a lot of these young rookie players would graduate from high school and college and come into the pros and want to take the top spot. If it's football and you're the top quarterback, you're terrified that the second string or third string quarterback is jockeying for your spot. If it's basketball, usually the point guard or the shooting guard's terrified because the point guard or shooting guard coming off the bench might take my spot. And a lot of older women that's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s have this type of mindset and this type of mentality. Now, older women, for the most part, have good intentions. They want to help younger women realize their full potential. It starts off like that in the beginning. And then little by little, they start to show their true intentions. And you see, it's already bad enough that you have social media that corrupts the minds of young women. But when you get an older woman trying to corrupt the mind of a younger woman, you now have a recipe for disaster. And I want to tell you why. Because when older women sabotage a potential friendship or relationship between an older man and a younger woman, it is because the older women have a jealous rage, a resentment. They cannot compete with young, attractive women. Because your younger women are athletic, they stay in shape, they eat their fruits and vegetables, they drink water, they watch what they eat, they watch what they drink, and they are in their prime. Why older women have to struggle with the idea of You know, you got to fix your hair up, you got to go to the gym, you got to fix your looks up, and it becomes a competitive game. Both women are trying to get the alpha male. And like they say in Highlander movies, there can only be one. And most of the time, the younger woman always gets the alpha male 99.99% of the time. And the older woman always fails 99.99% of the time. And it don't matter if the older woman is a black woman, a white woman, a Latino woman, an Asian woman, or if she's from Russia or Germany, Paris, France. If you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s and you're an older woman, you may have 10, 15, 20, 25, or even 30 years of experience to put on the table. But most older men of that same age range, usually they're not interested in women having all this experience. They're interested in teaching younger women them same level of experience. Now, let's get to why young women sometimes get sabotaged. Now, when you look at places like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, Del Taco, restaurants like Red Lobster, Olive Garden. You can even look at department stores or shopping stores like Forever 21, The Gap, H&M, Old Navy, Target, Kmart and Walmart before they went out of business. There aren't that many Kmarts and Walmarts. There's Staples. A lot of these office stores, you get all these beautiful, attractive women, right? From the ages of 18 to 29. And when these women get these jobs, a lot of the women who they're answering to just so happens to be older women from the ages of 35 to 65 plus. And you see a lot of times when a young, attractive girl is trying to sell some merchandise, it might require her having to use her sexuality to attract the attention of a male, a high quality alpha male. Not necessarily the beta male man, but the alpha male man. The guy that's got the house, the car, the job, the money, the looks, the status. That guy, the guy that's rich and famous, the man you see in the movies and the television shows and the TV commercials, guys like George Clooney, that guy. Usually that guy would come in the store, whether if it's to buy clothes, stuff for his office supplies, or he's to buy something to eat because he's hungry. And that's who she tries to make her sale to. And a lot of times, if you notice, 99.99% of the time, what do you get? You get a younger woman getting pushed out of the way, and an older lady go, "Hi, can I help you?" And both women are competing to get the man's invited attention. Now, older women think that because they got all this experience, they think they can get an alpha male. And a lot of the older women that are from the ages of 35 to 65, older women that be in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and their 60s, not all older women, but you got a vast majority that are very, how should I say this without being an asshole in this video? They're a little naive and a little delusional in the way they think and the way they approach. You've already had alpha males back when you was in high school and college and when you got into the real world. And what older women do is they steal golden opportunities away from younger women. They'll use discouragement like, "He's too old for you. You're too young for him. It's a 5-year gap between y'all two. It's a 10-year, a 15-year. It's a 20 to 25-year gap between you two. It'll never work. He's too old. You're too young. He's too advanced, and you've got no experience." They'll say all this discouraging stuff to discourage young women from the age of 18 to 29 years old because it's competition at its finest. It is survival of the fittest. And older women think, well, I can get me somebody like George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Denzel Washington, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. I'm just throwing some names out there to give you some examples on what goes on. And a lot of times, the younger woman will take notice to this and go, but you're old and he don't want you. And you see, here's the difference between the alpha male man and the beta male man. The beta male man makes this mistake 99.99% of the time. All right, men, this is where you guys come in the equation of the video. A beta male tries to communicate to the young, attractive woman that he finds her physically, sexually attractive. And because you got older women that are in their 30s, their 40s, and their 50s, and their 60s, from the ages of 35 to 65, because they have 10 years of experience, 15, 20, 25, 30 years of experience, they pick up on that and they realize that a beta male man is trying to hit on the young attractive woman, and the older woman sabotages it immediately. So now you get sabotaged. And they put in the younger girl's head, he don't have no house, he don't have no car, he don't have no job, he don't even have no money. Or if he has a job, he just doesn't make enough money. Now you've been sabotaged. But the beta male man tries a total of 4 times. Each time he tries, he fails. And he hasn't looked at the fact that why he failed. An older man who's got 10 years of experience, 15 years, 20 years, 25, 30 years of experience, he is not going to embarrass himself or humiliate himself in front of a younger woman and an older woman. What he's going to do is he's going to play the position of a man, of an alpha male. What he's going to do is he's going to introduce himself to both women. He's going to shake their hand, give them a 5 to 10 minute conversation, and then he's going to leave. And you know why he's going to do it? Because he has confidence that the next time he see that young, attractive woman, she's going to be by herself. And that's when he's going to make his move and communicate to her that he finds her physically, sexually attractive. He's not going to do it the first time he sees her, because the older man knows that if he tries to communicate to a younger woman that he finds her physically, sexually attractive from the ages of 18 to 29 years old, the older woman that is in the same age bracket as him will sabotage it. So let's say he catch her at a bus stop or at the train station, or she goes to college, or by some luck of chance, he runs into her at the mall or at the store shopping, and she's by herself. That's when he'll communicate to her he finds her physically, sexually attractive. Now, someone might say, what if I don't mess with a girl that's 18, 19, 20, 21? What if I mess with a younger girl that's 22, 23, 24, 25? You still will have older women sabotage your chances. So even if you try to go and say, I'm going to date a girl 22, 23, 24, 25, they're still going to destroy and sabotage your chances, men. You always catch the younger woman by herself. Now, an older woman might still find out about it, but there ain't too much she can do about it. Now, there is a such thing of what I said in the last video, the best of both worlds, where you get a rich guy that dates older women, right? He'll mess with these women of these advanced ages. You know, he won't take them out to lunch and dinner. He won't introduce her to his co-workers, his friends, his family, but he'll hang out with her on Saturday and Sundays for weekends and pump and dump, get in this fast sports convertible car and take off like the sunset, like the hero riding off in the sunset. That's what he would do to women that are from the ages of 35 to 65 years old. Women that's in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Unfortunately, young, hot, attractive women from the age of 18 to 29, he is going to take out to lunch and to dinner. He's going to introduce to her friends, co-workers, and family members. Older women, he's not going to do that with. Now, he might have sex with older women of those advanced ages, but he will not entertain the idea of taking older women out to lunch and dinner because to him, I am a high status man. I am a multi-billionaire or I'm a multi-millionaire and I want nothing but the best of the best. Now, you see the difference between what a man will do with a younger woman and what he won't do with an older woman. Now, the older woman will eventually find out what you're doing. So, unfortunately, that might last 3 months, 6 months, 7 months. You might get away with it. At some point, she's going to find out. And a lot of these rich guys go like 7, 8, 9 months not calling these women, right? But when they go to Las Vegas or New York City or Miami, Florida, they'll smash a woman that's 35, 38, 39, 40, 42, 45, 47, 50, 52, 55 years old. They'll smash these women. And then these women will never hear from these men for the next 7 months. 2 years go by. But when it's a woman from the age of 18 and 29, these men will be out in public with these women. Now you see the difference. Now you see the beta male man's mind frame is I can't get laid. Now let's switch this with the problem of the younger woman. Now let's switch. Now the younger woman will be told by the older lady, you need to date somebody your own age. So the young woman actually listens and takes a suggestion. She'll date a guy that's in his 20s. He's cute, but he don't have no house. He's cute, but he don't have no car. He's cute, but he don't have no job. He's cute, but he doesn't make enough money. And the younger woman will do that for about 3 to 5 years on average, sometimes 6 years, depending on the young woman that's from the age of 18 to 29. She will try to date as many young men her own age as many times as she needs to. And by the time she approaches 22, 23, 24 years old, 25, she gonna get sick and tired of dating guys her own age. She gonna complain, I try to get him to get a car, he don't want to get no car. I try to talk him out of leaving out of his mom's house and get his own house or his own apartment. He don't want to do it. This is when young, beautiful, attractive women start getting angry and upset that when they date men from the age of 18 to 27, those men do not want to do none of the things that the young, attractive woman asked him to do. You'll get a woman 22 years old saying, okay, it's been about 4 years, when you gonna get a car? When you gonna get a house? When you gonna get an apartment? Okay, you've been at this dead-end job for 5 years, when you gonna quit this job and get a better job? And when she sees that he don't want to do none of the things that she asked him to do in 5 years or in 6 or 7 years, guess what happens? When that woman get 22, 23, 24, 25 years old, that young attractive woman starts looking at older men. She'll start to do the math in her head. She'll go, this older man that's 35, 38, 40, 42, 45 years old, he has a house. If he don't have a house, he has an apartment. This man has a car. This man got 2 cars. This man's got 2 jobs, 3 jobs. And that don't mean he rich and famous. That don't mean he a multi-millionaire or a billionaire. What it means is all the stuff that she would like for a man from the age of 18 to 27 years old to do, the older man does, because the older man's established. So now the young woman gets the idea, why not go mess with a man that's 35, 38, 40, 42, 45, 47 years old? Why not go mess with a guy that's 50? And what the younger woman will find out is, when I date older men, not only that they got 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25, 30 years of experience, when I want some advice, he gives me the best advice that actually helps me. Now, older women will look at that and go, but he's too old for you. And this is where a younger woman and an older woman will clash. It's like Clash of the Titans. A younger woman will say, well, you've already dated basketball players, football players, baseball players, police officers, firefighters, lawyers, doctors. So why can't I do the same thing? And then that's when the younger woman will disrespect the older woman and do it anyway. And the older woman will be saying, well, I'm trying to stop you from dating the wrong kind of man. Which in the beginning they have good intentions, but ultimately it's due to jealousy. A younger woman will find out that a lot of the older women from the last generation are hypocrites because you're trying to stop someone from trying to date the right person. And you see, the way they sabotage young women is they tell them a bunch of lies and deceit. Or older men are like perverts. Older men are dogs. And you see, what the younger woman will find out is that the older man can teach me things that you can't teach me. Like, think about it. Have you ever gone to the park and you saw a guy that was 35, 40 years old showing a girl how to play basketball? Yeah, an older man can do that. Or if you go to the shooting range, it's an older guy showing a girl 22, 23, 24, 25 years old how to use a gun at the shooting range. Or if you go to a club and you see a pool table, it's always a guy 40 years old showing a girl 22, 23, 24, 25 years old how to play pool. If she wanted to get her driver's license and she wanted to learn how to drive a car, it's always a guy 35, 36, 38, 40, 42 years old showing a woman that's 22, 23, 24, 25 years old how to drive a car. Now, that don't mean you're not going to get an older woman showing a young woman how to drive a car, but an older man can show a whole lot of things to a younger woman that an older woman can't do. Now, when it comes to relationships and sex and good and bad experiences, older women can help them out with the good and the bad experiences. Older women can tell them who to date and who not to date. But by the end of the day, the older man is going to teach the young woman so many things that the older woman can't. And you see, the older woman could do it, but a lot of times older women only be trying to get the younger woman out of the way so she can get to the attention of the alpha male. And you see, every time they put inside a young woman's head, oh, it's too big of a gap between y'all two. Wait until you get like 28, 29, 30 years old. Now I'm about to tie men back into it. See, what happens is it's a cycle that repeats itself. They make you, so let's say you're 30 years old, right? And let's say you meet a girl, not necessarily 18, 19, 20. Let's say you meet a girl that's 22, 23, 24, 25 years old, but you're 30. And let's say you get a woman that's 30 years old just like you. Well, she's going to sabotage it because in her mind, a 30-year-old man should want a 30-year-old woman. And we all know statistically, man that's 30 years old don't want no woman that's 30 because of math and science, of course. And she's going to sabotage it. So now you got to wait another 5 to 10 years to date a girl that's 22, 23, 24. So now you're 40 years old and the girl's 40. And she going to try to pull the same bullshit again. That's why you see older men who date young, attractive women from the age of 18 to 29, you notice he always does it in a location where it ain't that big of a group of people, it ain't crowded, it's small and it's local, and he makes sure there is nobody around to stop him from doing it. Now, if he's rich and famous, he has enough power and connections to get the people that don't need to be there to get the hell out of the way. Now, a guy that's not rich and famous is what I just told you. He waits until the next time he sees the girl, and then he confesses to her, I like you, I want to take you out to lunch and dinner. See, younger women are starting to wake up and realize that their competition isn't just foreign women, their competition is older women. If you take out 7 women to a nightclub, And 5 out of the 7 women are from the age of 18 to 29. And girl number 5 or number 6 or number 7 are in their 30s, their 40s. And here comes this hot stud basketball player or football player. 99.99%, he is going to mess with the younger women first and mess with the older women last. Or he might take the older women and say, I know a best friend that would like you, and pawn off the older women to the beta male man. And let's be honest, young women don't want the beta males. Hell, the older women don't want beta males. They want the alpha male. And both women are going to fight over the alpha male. And the reason why I made this video is because I gotta tell you men what happens when young women get corrupted. When young women get corrupted, they have the same mentality as an older woman. You might get a girl that's 22, 23, 24, 25 years old adopting the principles of a woman that's 35, 38, 40, 42, 45 years old. And you're gonna recognize, wait a minute, she's been getting all her advice and all her information from older women that are the same age as me or older than me. That's another form of being sabotaged. And then you gotta wait another 5 to 10 years as a man to date a woman of that respectable age. Because what an older woman's number one plan is to get the younger girl out of the way so she can get the alpha male. Oh, you're a little girl, you're just a kid, he don't want you. All of that is to discourage a younger woman. You know, cover up, don't have your ass out, don't have your breast out. But you get plenty of older women who contradict themselves and they do the same exact behavior. And that's when the younger woman, if she's brave enough, to call her out on her bullshit. So this video was to explain the battle between younger women versus older women. I will make a sequel where it's going to be younger man versus older man. Why the older man always beats the younger guy when it comes to dating young, hot, attractive women. So stay tuned for that sequel. Peace.